Hey, what's up, and welcome to this video, which is, of course, an unboxing video, as the title suggests. Some of you might have seen not too long ago, I had a little teaser that went up on the channel talking about a PC that's getting sent out to me from AMD and MSI. So shout outs to AMD and MSI, first off, for sponsoring this video and allowing me the chance to check out this dope PC coming to me. And it did, it arrived now. So we're gonna go through it. I'll show you the unboxing process of this pre-built, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it and how I found it, going and putting it through its paces and checking it out with some different games. The PC arrived and I dove right into unboxing. It was very well packaged and secure with plenty of foam to keep the PC and its components inside in place and undamaged. Here's everything in the box: a bag containing manual booklets, Wi-Fi antennas, power cable for the PC, as well as extra cables, an informational page telling you how to set up the PC for the first time. It also came with an MSI mechanical keyboard as well as a wired gaming mouse. Surprisingly, both are actually pretty decent, which is unusual in my experience when you're talking about bundled PCs with their peripherals that come with. Here, have some ASMR of me testing out both of them. Now that the PC is undressed, let's talk specs as you admire how pretty it looks after I've plugged it in. This particular model features an AMD Ryzen 9 9900X 12-core CPU, which is a great do-it-all for folks who need strong multi-threading for creative work and streaming, combined with, obviously, smooth gameplay. It also has an RTX 5080, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, a 2 terabyte SSD, as well as liquid cooling and a power supply kicking out 850 watts. All right, enough about the specs. Let's talk about how this thing ran. Now, the games I chose to play and test this rig out with were Arc Raiders as well as Cyberpunk 2077. One of them's shooter, multiplayer, and the other one's, well, Cyberpunk 2077, RPG. Both of them gorgeous, beautiful games, and especially when they're running on a rig that's allowing them to run optimized and well and high performance with everything turned up, which I did. I had both games all the way turned up. I had FSR on everything, all the bells and whistles of what the graphics could do. I had them on. Arc Raiders specifically, game looked gorgeous, running around, scared somebody's gonna shoot me in the back, but not scared that the machine is gonna let me down, huh? You like what I did there? I had no complaints at all. You could see all of the lighting effects and reflections and shadows and everything just looks absolutely gorgeous. And from a stability and gameplay perspective, frame rate didn't really fluctuate too much. It went from maybe on the low end 130, I don't think I saw it anywhere dip below 120, to it was like 130 to 150 pretty much the whole time while I was running around in the game. And one of the things with Arc Raiders why I thought it would be a good test is because it's a multiplayer game that is also PvP and looks gorgeous, but the PvP side of it, you don't want to be worrying about if your PC is going to stutter or hiccup or whatever when you're in an engagement with somebody, and I had no issues. Granted, in this specific match, I didn't really get shot at, and I was kind of playing nice because I wanted to show off the visuals. But if I did get into a one-on-one with somebody in the world, I probably would have been fine. Cyberpunk 2077, different game, same result. Obviously, this one's more showing off the single-player side of things and just having things gorgeous, all the settings maxed out. I had no issues. I was driving around. I kind of messed around with the police a little bit and got into a little bit of fighting here and there. But yeah, it was perfect. When you play a game like Cyberpunk 2, especially after all the updates that it's had, and it's running that good, it just changes it and makes it a completely different game. You see what the game is meant to play and feel like and look like, obviously, when you're running on a rig that's absolutely able to back up what the game can deliver with the power and what's under the hood. And I will say too, when running both games, I did a little hearing test and took off my headphones to see how it sounded, how the machine sounded, because obviously sometimes you have a gaming rig that's playing well, but you take off your headphones and it sounds like a jet engine's taking off. Not the case with this. Actually surprisingly very quiet when gaming with both games. And I could talk all day about how the games were running fine and it looked perfect and all that stuff, but the proof is in the pudding, so here's just me not talking at all, and here's a little snippet of both Arc Raiders gameplay as well as Cyberpunk.
Celeste here. The water intake is in the flood access tunnel. One of the few places topside where the water's reliably clean. Or used to be, anyway.
I do have a little teaser. An old Jumba of mine, Ted Fox, is on the trail of an epic scandal. About what, you ask? For now, all I can reveal is that it's got cash, chrome, power, and intrigue. So
get a job. My mother.
Come on out. Get the brain.
All right, let's talk about overall thoughts on the PC. Obviously, this is a sponsored video. Obviously, they sent this out to me for free to check out. But what they did not sponsor me to talk about is the fact that I also own 2 other different PCs in this line of Aegis gaming desktops, and they've been running perfect. One of them has been used for Beth's computer downstairs, which is her gaming rig. That's her main gaming rig that she streams and plays on all the time. And the other one I use from a content creation standpoint, where I render things out with it. I use it kind of as a production workhorse, where I stream video feed over to, and it pumps that out to YouTube for streams like that. And it also simultaneously local records. 0 issues on both machines. And I know people have reservations here and there about pre-builts and stuff. I was somebody who was kind of like that before. I've done, I've built my own PCs and whatnot, but also I like the idea of being able to buy something that's pre-built, made by professionals, and it saves me time and guesswork about researching parts and seeing if things are compatible or not, and all of that headache that can be involved with making your own PC. Now, I'm not saying don't make your own PC, because obviously if it makes sense to make your own PC, or you're an enthusiast that way, where you'd like to learn and get in the nitty-gritty of the components, definitely go for it. What I will say though, right now, if we're talking right now, with the cost of components and all sorts of stuff that's involved in making a PC going up price-wise, this is a really good option. PC is super customizable and configurable if you want to, and then also it's really easy to upgrade different components if you want to down the line. Overall, I genuinely do believe this is a good option, especially for somebody who wants to maybe take their gaming experience or content creation to the next level, and they're looking for that machine that, is just the next step up for a fair price. You do get a lot under the hood for the bang for your buck, as it were. As for me, I'm stoked to have this machine, and I'm excited to put it in my workflow with all my other equipment, gaming, content creation, rendering stuff, streaming things, you name it. I'm gonna be using it for that pretty much on the daily. And with that, this kind of wraps up the video. Thanks again to AMD and MSI for giving me this opportunity to check this out and sponsoring this video. And I hope you guys found this informative, and at the very least, maybe entertaining. That's what we try to do here. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.